Hello everyone, I am Santosh. Today we are going to discuss one of the C programming question paper, where we are going to get how to solve it based on the marks. If there are 2-mark questions, how to solve them, and 4-mark questions. Shall we start? Okay. Here I have taken one of the question paper from BCA degree, and this can be applied to BCom, BSc or other BTech degrees also, where you are going to learn how to solve the questions directly. You can see some of the questions are there which are of 2 marks and which are of some of them are 4-mark questions. We'll see how to solve these questions. There are 8 2-mark questions and 16 4-mark questions. We are going to solve them one by one. We can see the question paper. The similar question paper might be there for other degrees also. Just we are going to see how to solve the questions directly without writing unnecessarily. Shall we start? First section, I have taken 2-mark questions. You can see one of the question is, what are the tokens in C? Give example. What are C tokens, or what are the tokens in C? They are the basic and the smallest units of a C program. And some of the examples for C tokens are keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, operators, and special symbols. These are the elements which we are going to use them in C programs regularly. They are called C tokens. The next question is, write the difference between getS and putS function in C. GetS means get the string from the keyboard. PutS means put the string on the screen. Means getS function is used to read the string from the keyboard, and getS is one of the unformatted input function, which is the input function we are going to get the input from the keyboard, and it is unformatted means we are not specifying the formats whenever we are going to use getS. PutS function is used to print the string on the screen. And putS is a unformatted output function. You are putting it on the screen, that's why it is output function. Next question is, what is the use of assignment operator? Give example. Assignment operator is used to assign the values to any variable in an operation. For example, you are going to assign a number to the variable. A is equal to 5 means 5 is assigned to A, means A holds 5. And it is indicated by equal symbol. In C, equal symbol means assignment operator. Double equal symbol means equality operator. Write the syntax of if-else statement in C. If-else is also one of the conditional controls statement. First, you are going to write if. Inside the bracket, you are going to write the condition. And if the condition is true, statement 1 will be executed, else statement 2 will be executed. The syntax are different. If there are more number of statements, we are going to use the brackets. If there is only one statement, we are not going to use, or we can miss the brackets. Next question is, define an array. Very simple. Array is collection of same type of items, or array is set of homogeneous elements. Like this, you can write directly answer for the question. Don't write unnecessary things in 2-mark or direct questions like 1 mark. Next question is, write the syntax of toLower function in C and give example. toLower is one of the character handling function, and the syntax is you are going to write 2 lower in small letter, and inside the bracket you are going to give the character variable that converts the character which is stored in the variable to the small case letters. Okay, and you can see one of the example where we have the capital M, and after using the to lower function it has been converted into small m. Next question is define function in C. Write its syntax. As you know, function is a subprogram which performs a particular task. Function is used when problem is larger and you want to divide it into sub problems. That is called a function. And the syntax is, this is the syntax of function definition. First you are going to write the return type, and you are going to write the function name, and inside the bracket there are parameters, and in the body of the function, which means this is the actual code you are going to write. This is the actual task we are making it, and after doing the task we are returning the value computed. This is the syntax of function. Okay, let us solve some of the 4-mark questions which are in the part 2. Part 2 has the questions which are related to unit 2 in that degree. Okay, explain the features of C. Features of C are, it is very simple to learn, it is portable, it is extensible, means you can extend, and it has very rich set of libraries. It allows dynamic memory allocation. Then it supports pointers. Okay, you can see it is simple means it is very flexible and very easy to learn. Portable means it is machine independent, means you can run C programs in any machine. Extensible means you can add new functionalities to the already existing program, and it has very rich number of built-in functions which help us to write the code very quickly. And it also allows to use some of the memory management functions like malloc, calloc, free. Okay, and it also supports pointers. Okay, explain scanf and printf functions in C. Scanf, all of you know that it is used to read the data from the keyboard, and scanf is a formatted input function where you are going to specify the format of the data which you are going to give as a input, and the syntax is scanf. Yeah. There you are going to write the format specifier, and you are going to use the address operator where you are going to store the value of the variable. You can see the example scanf %d ampersand a means you are going to store the integer value in a. Scanf %d %f ampersand x ampersand y means you are going to store integer value in x and float value in y. Like that, printf means it is used to print the data on the screen, and it is also formatted output function where you are going to specify the formats. Directly you can write it as printf string, which means you are going to print anything on the screen. Or if you are going to print the stored value, you are going to specify the formats and you are going to write the variable name. Okay. The next question is define identifiers in C, write its rules. As you all know, identifier means which is used to identify the elements. Identifiers are the names given to the program elements such as variables, arrays and functions. For example, if you are going to identify the variables, you are going to name it as A, B, C. Okay, that is called identification or identifiers, and there are rules to follow whenever you are going to give the identifier names, which means you can see the first character must be an alphabet, or you can use underscore. All succeeding other characters must be letters or digits, and as you know, uppercase and lowercase are completely different in C. No special characters are allowed except underscore symbol. No two successive underscores are allowed, means you cannot use two continuous underscores. And as you know, keywords should not be used as identifiers because they have their own meaning. Write a C program to find the simple interest. To find the simple interest, we need PTR values, and we know the formula as PTR divided by 100. That's why you have used float PTR, and we are going to store the result in SI. SI means simple interest, and read PTR values and write the formula as simple interest is equal to PTR divided by 100, and the result will be simple interest, which is stored in SI. Now the next section of 4-mark questions is where we have some of the questions related to the next unit. Explain increment and decrement operators in C along with example. Increment operator means you are going to increment the value of the variable by 1, and it is indicated by double plus symbol. If you are going to use the double plus symbol before the variable, it is called pre-increment. If you are using it after the variable, it is called post-increment, which means a plus plus means a is equal to a plus 1, and you can see the example also, which increases the value of the variable by 1. And decrement operator is definitely opposite to the increment operator. It is used to decrease the value of the variable by 1, and it is indicated by double minus symbol. And you can see in the example, it has decreased the value of a by 1. Okay. Next question is write a C program to find the factorial of a given number. And as you know, you can see the program. First, we are going to specify the number for which you are going to find the factorial value, and you have set it as f equal to 1 and I equal to 1, and continuously you are going to do the formula f equal to f into I, which gives the final value as factorial value, and finally you are going to print it on the screen. Explain switch statement along with syntax and example. As you all know, switch statement is also one of the conditional control statement, which works as select. If you select any of the option, it will execute. It provides a multi-way branching, which means it allows the user to select one option out of many options. Based on the choice entered by the user, the particular case will be executed. And if the choice entered is not matching with any of the case, then default case will be executed. You can see the syntax. First, we are going to write the switch keyword inside the bracket, choice variable. Case 1 has some of the statements, and then the break keyword is used. Case 2 has some of the statements, and then the break is used. Like that, you can have so many cases. Finally, we have default case, which is executed if no choice is matched with the case. For example, we have created choose two choices like Monday and Tuesday. If you press 1, Monday will be executed because it is matching with the case. If you press 2, Tuesday will be executed. If you press 3, it doesn't match with any of the case, then it prints default, that is holiday. Okay. Next question is write the syntax of for loop and explain it. For loop is one of the looping statement in C. There are two other loops like while and do while. For loop is used to execute set of statements repeatedly until the condition is true. And inside for we are going to initialize and we are going to write the condition and updation. And for loop has its body of the loop means repetition. Repeating statements are written inside the for loop. Every loop to execute, it must be initialized first. After initializing, the condition is tested. If the condition is true, the body of the loop will be executed and the for loop will be moved again and again using that updation variable. Again, the condition is tested and the process continues repeatedly until the condition is true. For example, you can see for I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus printf happy day, which executes or which prints happy day string on the screen 3 times. Okay. Now we are into fourth section of the 4-mark questions. Define one dimensional array and how you are going to declare and initialize the array. As you all know, array is a collection of same type of items. One dimensional means which has only one subscript or one size. And how we are going to declare it? First, you are going to write the data type and array name. Inside the bracket, you are going to specify one of the subscript or size, which indicates how many number of items you are going to store in that array. Int a of 5 means you are going to store the 5 items inside a, 5 integers. Initialization means you are assigning the values to the array. For example, int a of 5 is equal to 2, 10, 25, 15, 12. There are 5 items you are going to store in the array. First item will be stored in a of 0 and then a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Next, write a C program to find the trace of a square matrix. Square matrix means which has same number of rows and columns. For example, two rows and 2 columns, 3 rows and 3 columns. Like that it will be. Trace means it is the sum of diagonal items. For this to execute or for this to process, we need a 2-dimensional array because you are going to store the items in rows and columns. For that, we have taken an array called A and ij variable to loop through row and column, and sum is the variable which stores the sum of the diagonal items. Enter the order of the square matrix. We have entered the order of the square matrix as m. M means m equal to 2 means 2 rows and 2 columns. M equal to 3 means 3 rows and 3 columns. Based on that, you are going to enter the items in the array. Then before finding the sum of diagonal elements, we are going to assign it as 0. Now we are going to loop through the matrix, that is sum equal to sum plus a of I means a of 0 0 means first diagonal item, a of 1 1 means next diagonal item, a of 2 2 means next diagonal item, a of 3 3 means, like that it will be calculated and it is stored in sum. Okay. The next question is discuss any 4 string functions with syntax and example. There are so many string functions which can be used to operate on the strings. These functions are defined in string.h header file. Therefore, you are going to use the preprocessor directive, that is hash include string.h in every program wherever you are using string functions. Some of the string functions are strcpy, strcmp, strcat, okay, like that. We are going to discuss one by one. Strcpy means this function is used to copy one string to the another string. Usually second string will be copied into first string, and the syntax is strcpy string 1 comma string 2. We need two string to do this operation. For example, in string 1 I have put it as Amit and string 2 has Santosh. If you perform the copy function, that is strcpy, second string will be copied into first string. strcat means it is the concatenation function which is used to combine two strings. Means for this also we need two strings. String 1 has Anna and string 2 has Purneshwari, which gives the result as Anna Purneshwari. Okay. And the next string function is strlen. Strlen means string length function, which is used to find the length of the string. For this we need only one string. For example, strlen of Amit means length of string Amit is 4 and India is 5. And the next string function is strlwr. Strlwr means string lower function, which means this converts the uppercase letters to the lowercase letters. You can see the example. Likewise, we have strupr means string upper function, which converts the lower case letters to the uppercase letters. Now we are into the next part, that is the last part. We have the question is write a C program to demonstrate the difference between structure and union. Okay, we have taken two components. One of them is structure and union. We have declared what is structure. Structure has different type of items. Union also has different type of items. We have same members in structure as well as union, but the very difference will be the size of structure is more than the size of union. That is what we are going to show in this program. You can see the program. Finally, the result will be size of the structure will be more than size of the union. That is the difference we are going to show. Next, write a short note on structures. As you all know, structure is a collection of different type of items. It collects all its member into a unique name, and all of them are grouped together using one of the struct keyword. Syntax is struct and structure name, and you can use different type of items inside the structure. Finally, we have semicolon at the end. For example, you can see struct student. Student has different type of items like roll number, name, and previous percentage. And the example, or we have initialized the structure by using the static keyword, or you can also use external keyword. Okay. The next question is explain the different categories of user defined functions in C. There are four types of functions or categories of user defined functions. One of the function type is functions with arguments and return values. This function has arguments and also it has return values. For example, we have one of the function called sum, where we have two arguments a and b. those will be transferred to the function definition sum, and we'll get the return as, actually it is a plus b, I have written it as a minus b. Okay, this is function with argument and return value. Next is function with arguments and without return value is the second category, which has arguments but it has no return values. We have the function called sum. It has no return value, that's why we have written it as void. Void means nothing is returned. The variables, the parameters are passed to the function, but we are not getting any return value from the function. Okay, the third category is function without arguments and with return value. Means we are not going to pass any of the arguments or parameters to the function. And the last category is function without arguments and without return value, which is where we are not passing any arguments and we are not getting any return value. And the last question is write a C program to generate n Fibonacci sequence using function. Means we are going to generate the Fibonacci numbers like 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, like that. For that, we have created a fib function where all of you know that the Fibonacci number starts with 0 and 1, and the next number will be addition of two previous number. That's why we have used the formula C is equal to A plus B. First, we are going to print the values 0 and 1, and then we are going to calculate the next values by using the formula C equal to A plus B and printing on the screen. Okay, got it? Thank you for watching.